Anthropic is launching Claude Cowork, a version of its coding AI for regular people. We'll talk more about it in moments, but first. Verizon is offering a very small mea culpa after last week's massive outage, which drew more than 1.5 million reports on Down Detector and lasted hours. Initially, the carrier posted on X that it will offer a $20 credit, but customers must redeem it in the My Verizon app. The company then said the credit could be claimed through customer service via phone or chat, but our editor's attempts to do so via chat were met with a message to wait for a text with further instructions. Engadget editors began receiving the texts this morning, January 16th, with a link to redeem. From there, you need to log into your account and visit the account overview section. Up top, there should be a Take Action or Mobile Actions button with a red notification circle. Click that, and you'll see a pop-up about the credit and a Redeem Now button. After you click that, you're done, and Verizon says you should see the credit in 1 or 2 billing cycles. Of course, you'll want to keep an eye out that it actually happens and contact the company if it doesn't show up. Remember, you can find the latest gadget news, reviews, price drops, and more right now at Engadget.com. If you follow Anthropic, you're probably familiar with Claude Code. Since the fall of 2024, the company's been training its AI models to use and navigate computers like a human would, and the coding agent has been the most practical expression of that work, giving developers a way to automate rote programming tasks. Starting today, Anthropic is giving regular people a way to take advantage of those capabilities with the release of a new preview feature called Claude Cowork. The company is billing Cowork as a simpler way for anyone, not just developers, to work with Claude. After you give the system access to a folder on your computer, it can read, edit, or create new files in that folder on your behalf. Anthropic gives a few different example use cases for Cowork. For instance, you could ask Claude to organize your downloads folder, telling it to rename the files contained within to something that's easier to parse at a glance. Another example, you could use Claude to turn screenshots of receipts and invoices into a spreadsheet for tracking expenses. Cowork can also navigate websites, provided you install Claude's Chrome plugin, and can make use of Anthropic's connectors framework to access third-party apps like Canva. If the idea of granting Claude access to your computer sounds ill-advised, Anthropic says Claude can't read or edit anything you don't give it explicit access to. However, the company does note the system can take potentially destructive actions, such as deleting a file that is important to you or misinterpreting your instructions. For that reason, Anthropic suggests it's best to give very clear guidance to Claude. Anthropic isn't the first to offer a computer agent. Microsoft, for example, has been pushing Copilot hard for nearly 3 years, despite seemingly limited adoption. For Anthropic, the challenge will be convincing people these tools are useful where others have failed. The fact Claude Code has been universally loved by programmers may make that task easier. Anthropic briefly made Cowork Preview only available to users of its pricey Claude Max subscription. That changed on Friday when the company expanded access to include customers of its $20 per month Pro plan. If you want to try Cowork for yourself, you'll need a Mac with the Claude Mac OS app installed. Thanks for listening to the show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Today's show featured journalism by Engadget contributor Igor Bonifacic and was produced by Spoken Layer. I'm Imran Sheikh, and we'll talk more tomorrow.
Spoken Layer.